God afternoon, you guys. It is April 29th. We have Jesus calling. Let me teach you thankfulness. Right? Thankfulness is something that we all need. If we don't have thankfulness, then we just have spitefulness, right? We just have regret, anxiety, anger, depression. We have all these different things when we're not thankful. Because being thankful is a simple act of appreciating something outside of yourself, right? And we know that we're flawed. We know that we have a lot of issues going on in our lives, and we like to make everything about us. But when you're thankful, you take that focus away from you, and you can realize just how amazing and beautiful this world is, and just how small and feeble your problems can be. Begin by acknowledging that everything, all your passions, and all that you are belongs to me, right? Like we said, take yourself outside of yourself. The dawning of each new day is a gift from me, not to be taken for granted. The earth is vibrantly alive with my blessing, giving vivid testimony to my presence. If you slow down your pace of life, you can find me anywhere, right? We love to fill up our time. We love to create routines. We love to, disregard God. That's just the truth of it. We love to put things in our life like little safeguards, like little checkpoints where we don't have to check in with God, where we can just do everything ourselves, and we can have this power. We can just distract ourselves, right? We love to distract ourselves, whether we're bored, whether we just need a break, right? We love to just distract, and take our gaze away from what is good, from what is true, and from what is beautiful, because we know that that's God. And we know that if we do have to focus on that, we do have to focus on the beautiful things of life, we do have to focus on the amazing blessings that's all around us, then it's going to make us have to become more like Jesus, have to get closer to God, have to take those steps to become a better person. And subconsciously, most of us know that that's hard work, that we don't want to do it. We want to keep living in sin. We want to keep living how we're living. But God's not calling us to do that today. He's calling us to be thankful. And that simple one little act of saying thank you will make your perspective shifts so much on life, right? The earth is vibrantly alive with my blessings. You're going to see how amazing and powerful God really is, right? How he can move not only in the world, but also in your life, giving vivid testimony to my presence. If you slow down your pace of life, you can find me anywhere, right? So many people have to say, where's God? I can't find him. Oh, he doesn't exist, right? This and that. But it's because they're not slowing down. It's because they're not taking their time to really appreciate the world around them and see the God in it, right? They don't see God because they don't choose to see God. It's not an act of God. Some of my most precious children have been laid aside in sick beds, or shut away in prisons. Some of my most precious children have been laid aside in sick beds or shut away in prison. And we're all his kids. We're all God's children. We got to remember that. No matter what you've gone through, no matter where you're going in life, you're still God's children, and he still loves you. He says his most precious children, some of them, are locked behind a cell or sick in bed. Others have voluntarily learned the discipline of spending time alone with me. The secret of being thankful is learning to see everything from my perspective, right? So God's saying that when you're not thankful, you can find yourself in some very, very bad positions. You find yourself in a position of, say you find yourself in a position of riches, right? But you have no God in your life, that you're just completely devoid of happiness, right? We see so many rich people so depressed, so sad, because they're so devoid of joy, they're so devoid of peace, because they don't know how to be thankful, right? And you could be, if you don't have thankfulness in your life, you can end up in prison. You can end up being super sick, right? Whether it's a mental ailment, whether it's a physical ailment, and you can just end up being depressed, super sad, super alone, right? Because you don't see how blessed you truly are, and you're only focusing on the negative. And that's what God's going through here. He's going through all the people that should be thankful but aren't, and where they end up, and he doesn't want us to be like that. Others have voluntarily learned the discipline of spending time alone with me. It's a discipline. We have to work at it. The secret of being thankful is learning to see everything from my perspective. If you see things from a godly perspective, right? A God who literally looks at people in prison, people in jail, those people that do terrible things, and still loves them, still wants to give them grace, still wants to show them forgiveness, right? Then we can do so many more things in this life. We can go away with so much of our judging, so much of our hatred, so much of our just animosity towards things, and just and fall into love. My world is your classroom. My world is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. My world is a classroom, a light to your feet, a lamp to your feet, and a light to your path, right? If we can change our perspective to a godly perspective, we're going to open up so many more doors of understanding and of love, and we're going to live such a better life. Let's see where this comes from. Hebrews 12:28 through 29. Therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful, and so worship God acceptably with reverence and awe. For our God is a consuming fire. And we have Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork. And then finally we have Psalm 119:105. Your world is a lamp to my feet, a light to your path. That's April 29th. I hope you guys know something. Love you guys so much. And with that, I'll say amen.